of the unification, would anybody be surprised if Cena retained and
good
that
call.
got a feud between Triple H and Cena where they unify the belts?
That could be a very good call because Triple H would love the spotlight anyway.
Yeah, and he'd love to unify the titles, and can you count this as my 14th world title?
What did you call him, Eric? He's a dirty, rotten, self-serving New Englander? Something like that?
He's from Boston. He's from New England. He's a piece of garbage.
He's the goddamn Tom Brady of wrestling.
No, he's not, because I hate Tom Brady. Let's get this out of the way. I'm a Jet fan. But no, because Tom Brady's not banging Robert Kraft's daughter. I mean, he actually has the skills. And once again, I've said it 1,000 times. I think Hunter has the skills. Wait, what?
He might be banging Robert Kraft's daughter. We don't know.
He could be. I don't know if Robert Kraft has a daughter. But I've always said Triple H has the skills. I just don't think he has the skills to justify 8 billion main events in a row.
Hey, he is Triple H, and if you look at all the WrestleManias, he's somewhere along the lines, you know?
Yeah, because he's booked in a fake sport, putting himself in that position. That's very difficult.
Oh. Glad you still called it a
sport. He tanks a lot of Mania, if you think about it, too.
Yeah, he does tank. Look at his best match. His best matches are matches where he relies on other people. Look at all his other actual main event performances. Hey, look at that one versus Jericho. Hey, that was great. Yeah, that was Jericho's fault.
Worst ever.
Yeah, and then this year's
Jericho's going to lose. You're like, Jericho's got no chance.
Well, I know. Maybe you thought that, Andres, but I was actually convinced the guy who was picking up dog crap was going to win the title, because generally that's how I like to book my top heels. You know, that's how Triple H books himself. Oh, wait, that doesn't happen, because Triple H is a self-serving piece of shit. I couldn't even think of anything more degrading, so I just said shit twice.
So how do you really feel about him, Eric?
I don't know. I hope Vader doesn't come on and tell me to calm down like Armando did.
Vader's a big guy, though. I wouldn't mess with him.
I don't think Vader is the biggest Triple H fan, though.
Well,
and also,
what makes you say that?
Plus, I mean, Armando made some fair points when he spoke. I was talking to Patrick and Andres about it afterwards. I'm like, wait a second. Triple H didn't even lose at the last WrestleMania. He just got kicked in the head and Cena got pinned and Orton had the fluke win. But if you look at if you look at the win-loss record, it's Triple H 4 billion and Orton 1, and he wins when Triple H has to wrestle 9 matches in one night, or Orton pins someone else. He doesn't actually put him over. So it's just
trade off if Triple H would have won with the triple threat that it was kind of blended in, and Orton would have won the main event this year.
Yeah. Put the guy over that's 29 as opposed to the guy who's turning 40 in July and has a quad history that's worse than someone who has bad quad history.
And it's really sad because you get Orton away from Triple H and he's fine.
Yeah.
He does fine. Like, you put him with Undertaker, it's great. You put him with Michaels, they turn up some pretty good stuff. Foley put him over like nobody's business.
That WrestleMania with Undertaker?
He just flounders.
Well, yeah, that was a good. He's a good wrestler. He's a great wrestler. I just wish he'd get put over by a certain big-nosed guy who thinks he's smarter than he actually is. Although he actually is pretty smart with all his McMahon banging. I mean,
up until WrestleMania, they pretty much played the story out real well because it developed.
Well, no, not with the IED. They didn't.
Well, that was beautiful. Everyone around the world was like, "I have IED too. I'm just going to snap and kick someone in the head." How awesome is that?
I wish I could get away with that.
Right?
I have IED for you thinking that storyline's a good idea.
Well, they had 2 weeks that were good. 2 weeks, which was the week when he actually RKO'd Stephanie, and then the week when he DDT'd Stephanie. Other than that, it was the same old Triple H tactics of Orton got his ass kicked, and so did Rose and DiBiase when they came out to help him.
I don't understand how. Sorry.
Triple H got to look so great, and he beat up 3 great heels. But no, except for when they actually handcuffed Triple H down when he beat up Stephanie. That was the only time Orton looked strong going into WrestleMania. I'm sorry,
Wait a second.
Very next week.
I still don't know how Orton got away from the sledgehammer when Triple H had them both trapped in the room, and then Orton got out of there so quick. It was just like out of a movie or something.
Oh, that's it. Wrestling shouldn't look like a movie.
Yeah.
It was a horrible idea to do that. the last thing Randy Orton should have been doing when he had two other guys with him is run away from Triple H, regardless if Hunter has
a sledgehammer. We all know it's dangerous. You got to run.
You have two other guys with you. Grab chairs.
Yeah, maybe you don't realize, Nick, the guy that's coming after you. This ain't no normal human being. This is a guy, this is the most powerful man in the history of the business. 6'5", full of roids, sometimes his hair falling out, sometimes it's not, sometimes he's got that stupid mustache. He is the best in the business. That's why he draws that 3.5 every week, baby. Triple H, right now. That's the guy you're running from.
Wow, a Taylor.
Wasn't he going to play Conan or something in a movie?
He wants to play all sorts of things, and then people realize he's a shitty actor and no one cast him. Oops, sorry, Hunter.
No, that was WrestleMania 22 when he came out like that, and we're like, what the hell is this?
Well, was it? He was trying to get the role for the next Conan movie, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It sounds, I never knew about that, but saying that, the whole thing makes complete sense now, because I had no idea why they did it.
That was WrestleMania Goes Halloween.
You know what?
Damn right it was. I remember the gangsters.
Yes, I remember. The one thing gangsters... The one thing... I loved how Cena's... Hustle, loyalty, respect. I loved how Cena used to be this anti-authority Austin clone, and then he's like, hustle, loyalty, respect, and now he's like the Will Smith of the WWE. Respect your parents, eat your food, and not your dessert, and go to sleep at 8. And then I was like, oh crap, here comes John Cena. He's like, ruck fools, but respect your elders.
He did try to fool us. He fooled me for a little bit at WrestleMania when he came out to the so, you think you're untouchable? I'm like, oh, it's John Cena, old school. And then you're like, wait a second. No, it's not. It's the Marine.
Yeah, he's back, baby. He's going to salute us.
He was pretty cool.
I will say this,
19,
something that's very annoying here is that if he was really going to be playing Will Smith, he just had to throw in a lot of these weird things in there, which I don't quite get. Woo! Ha ha! Hee.
You were talking about the Family Guy thing, aren't you?
No, seriously, he's done. Well, when you think about it, he does it in every damn song.
Yeah, but you gotta see that there's a Family Guy episode where and it's kind of like basically what I just said. I kind of ripped it off, but Stewie's like, I'm almost as cool as Will Smith in his clean raps, and he goes, woo, ha, hee, respect your parents, wipe your feet on the mat before you come in, woo, yeah.
So yeah, I can sink my teeth into those lyrics. That sounds badass.
You can. No, yeah, but Nick, I think you're going to talk about WrestleMania 19. And Andres, I remember you were a big fan of that raps he cut on both Method Man and I believe the other was Nas.
It's pretty ballsy if you think about it. WrestleMania, the biggest stage of them all, and you come out rapping. I mean, ballsy. It takes guts to not get booed out of the arena.
No,
he's just done that every WrestleMania since.
Yeah.
No, but you got to remember that was you forget about it now when he's established, but there's that part when you're trying to get over. You don't know what's going to happen, you know?
Oh, that was actually when he was a good heel, when he was like a douchebag, and nobody like legitimately wanted to see him get his ass kicked. And I think he could still be that on some level if they go back to that like asshole rapper character. That was good, and then they turned him into this pandering rapper, and then it just didn't work.
It was so nice to hear him get booed in England on Monday Night Raw.
He gets booed everywhere he goes.
Yeah, he is worldwide hated, yet he's the most popular man on the roster. Oh, you looking?
The announcers keep trying to make excuses for it. Like, hey, some of them love him, some of them hate him, but they always respond. They always make a noise when John Cena comes out.
I like when they said he's the most controversial champion of all time. No, you know what? I don't like oatmeal, but that doesn't make it controversial. That's what John Cena is, oatmeal. You mean like Livewire?
No, like the old...
No, don't suggest what you're going to do.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make an interactive wrestling talk show where we show clips and we tape it on Thursdays, even though we tell everybody it's live. That's Livewire, baby. That's what we're going to do. It's going to be me, Vince Russo, playing a character from a magazine that nobody read. And we're going to be live on the air.
Remember when we used to do that impression of Russo when he's like, I got an idea that's going to be the best idea in the history of wrestling. And then he'd be like, and they're like, what is it, Vince? And he'd go, sodomy on Hulk Hogan. And we're like, but wait, what What sort of storyline is that going to do? Nothing. Just sodomy. It's going to revolutionize the business.